Hello. Today's episode I want to dedicate to the memory of Chadwick Boseman. On August 28, 2020, the actor Chadwick Boseman passed away of colon cancer, leaving a giant hole in the film world and Marvel fandom. And it's sad as it is for everyone, today I want to talk about the legacy he created. Born in November of 1976 on South Carolina, Boseman was an American actor who participated in movies playing Jackie Robinson in 42, James Brown in Get On Up, Floyd Little in The Express. Even on TV, he did a role of a street magician on Castle. On 2014, it was announced that he would be playing the legendary King of Wakanda on the Marvel movies, the Black Panther. Of course, this news on that moment made me very excited. As many of you might know, I am a Marvel fan because of Spider-Man, who at the same time introduced me to the whole universe of Marvel heroes like Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, the Hulk, the Fantastic Four and the X-Men, and many more. Before we continue, I want to talk about the importance of the Black Panther in the Marvel universe. His history was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby in their desire to create more heroes of color in the 60s, which of course was the creation of this character. The history of the Black Panther takes place in a succumbed country of Africa, which has the particularity of having big technological advances. The form of government is a monarchy where the warriors of the same family who are inherit the power of the Black Panther by combat and a herb from their gardens. The story follows Prince T'Challa, who assumes the mantle of king after his father, the original King T'Chaka, is assassinated. He eventually catches up with his killer and decides to reveal the existence of Wakanda to the whole world. Black Panther has done a lot of important things in the Marvel universe, like beating the Fantastic Four, joining the Avengers in many adventures, as well as marrying Storm from the X-Men. So, suffice it to say, he's a badass king, and a very important hero in the Marvel universe. Interesting fact, the circumstances of T'Challa's father being assassinated have rotated and changed over the years. In the comics, it was Ulysses Claw, a weapons dealer who lost an arm and replaced it with a vibranium weapon. The metal who created the shield of Captain America, as well as the technological advances of Wakanda. In the TV show Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, it was actually M'Baku, aka Man-Knave, from a rival tribe who killed T'Chaka in order to get the throne. This makes T'Challa to ask the Avengers for help in order to get back his land as well as the mantle of king. And in the case of the movies, like Captain America Civil War, it was Zemo who kills T'Challa's father in order to get revenge on Captain America in a convoluted circumstances that you have to watch the movie in order to understand it. So, needless to say, T'Challa found out the killer and decided to not kill him to not go down on the path of revenge. And then he decides to help Captain America with his best friend Bucky, the Winter Soldier, who was caught in the middle of all of this insanity. Captain America Civil War introduced Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. His scenes are very dramatic and deep. His deep desire for revenge captivated the audience, adding to his ability in fighting with other Avengers like Captain America, Falcon, as well as Hawkeye. And in the year 2018, we saw Black Panther getting his own movie. It was here that we saw the country of Wakanda, advanced and colorful, like one can imagine, representing the Pacific part of Africa, or as Wesley Snipes puts it, the Jewel Africa. The movie also counted with a marvelous cast, such as Angela Bassett as T'Challa's mother, Forest Whitaker, Lupita Nyong'o, Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger, the villain of the movie, among others. This great cast made this film something unique and hard to equalize, for the quality of their acting as well as for the imagination of the world. Add on to the fact that the plot of this movie is very well told. Where T'Challa, after the events of Civil War, assumes the mantle of king, But his cousin, Killmonger, wants the throne to start a war with the world. The acting of Chadwick Boseman as the Black Panther is very well done. In many respects, it's very serious and very calm and subtle, as opposed to having another jokester in the movies. However, a lot of people have criticized his acting as not being as over the top or more noticeable in his own movie, as well as adding to the fact that maybe he doesn't go to an arc on the movie. To those people and to all who thought about that, I will say this. I'm not here to change your mind, but I can tell you this. The acting of Chadwick Boseman in this movie made it about being a responsible man who cares about the people other than himself. His whole life has been about being in Wakanda as well as protecting Wakanda. Even though he wasn't the hero with the one-liners like Spider-Man or Iron Man, he portrayed a hero and a king that he made his mission about protecting his own people rather than protecting himself. As a matter of fact, he played a more believable Superman than any other actor who played Superman before. And that's saying a lot considering how many movies we got from Superman. In one of the scenes of this movie, he managed to convince M'Baku, aka Manape, to help him protecting Wakanda from Killmonger as well as from protecting it from Thanos. He made a villain to help him because he made the mission about the people. That's the fact. He was a hero that we needed, a king as well as a superhero who managed to save more lives, as well as protecting the people of Wakanda. And it generated a big change in their country, accepting the help of the Avengers, as well as revealing the existence of Wakanda to the whole world. This sentiment of greatness and humility was provided by Boseman's acting. So please remember that, because his acting was given it all. And the man was dying when he was doing these movies. So he put all his heart and effort into making this film, as well as making it about the people he protected. His last appearances in Avengers Infinity War and Endgame was based on him helping the Avengers in fighting Thanos as well as defeating him. There were still unmade movies that he made before his passing, so we're gonna have to wait and see how those go. But as far as I know, Boseman doesn't owe us anything. Although his career ended very soon, his legacy will live for everyone, even for the Black community, as he helps to connect as well as identify the positive aspects of Africa and the Black community. Chadwick made wonders as Black Panther, as well as other actings he did in the past. Although, I have to admit, I wish he was still here with us. I wish he could have continued to make more projects with Marvel. I wish he would have formed a new trinity of Marvel heroes with Captain Marvel and Spider-Man. But unfortunately, Marvel has to move on, and so do we. My only hope, and this might sound controversial, is that Letitia Wright, who plays Shuri in the Black Panther movie, can become the new Black Panther. Not to just continue the franchise as well as make money, which is the least of our problems, but to honor the memory of Chadwick Boseman's acting as T'Challa, as well as encourage more people to make more movies like this in the future. All I can say to his family, to his friends, to all the fans of Black Panther, as well as to the whole Marvel fandom, who I consider my family too, is that his legacy in these movies, as well as the movies that he made in the past, can live in our hearts forever. That all his heart and effort wasn't in vain. That we continue to honor his legacy in the years to come. Chadwick, I know it's too late, but I just want to say thank you. Thank you for bringing Black Panther to life. Thank you for encouraging us to be our own heroes. but more importantly, to make the Marvel legacy even much bigger than it already is. All I can say is Wakanda forever.